Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another recap video of All American Homecoming episode 6, Family Affair. So guys, if y'all watching, make sure you like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. And we're just gonna get on into it. My hands are actually washing, whatever. Anyway, got time for that. But still, all right. So basically, it starts off with Simone. She's working out or whatever, trying to get her head right or whatever. And in comes Damon. Damon kind of like walks past her, and she's kind of tired of the silent treatment because she's used to that from her mom. Because her mom basically doesn't like approve of anything she does or whatever. So eventually, she tries to talk to him. He walks off, and then comes JR, comes in from out the locker room, and Damon notices that JR cleaned out his locker. So he was like, JR was like, after this, I'm about to go talk to Coach Turner, and then I'll be officially off the team. So they end and go their separate ways. Simone, she's at her aunt's house, and there's a knock on the door. Lo and behold, it's her mother, Miss Tina Hicks. She's like a thorn in my side, and it's like, I don't even know her, but her character just irates me. It's just like, you're doing too much. Like, slow it down. Let the girl live her life. Let your sister live her life. But she always finds her way to put herself into the business. But yeah. So, Tina, she now comes to so she can show some support to Amara and Simone because Baby Shay's coming in town. While she's there, Baby Shay and his adoptive mother Chantel, they're in the room, and they all just looking like. But yeah, so after that talking and whatnot, Simone, she volunteered to watch Baby Shay while Chantel goes to this wedding while she's in town. Simone also had to do like a tennis thing, but that was voluntary. So she basically decided to watch Baby Shay instead. After that, Chantel leaves with the baby for a while. Then Amara, Tina, and Simone, they basically had like this talk, but it's not like a talk. It's kind of like a yell and listen talk. But yeah, so Tina voiced her concerns about how Amara's did her life and how Simone, stuff like that. So Amara really wanted Tina and Simone to get back on good terms and like build that relationship, that mother-daughter relationship that they was missing. But, Simone wasn't feeling it. So they also agreed to have brunch. So Simone, she ends up doing kind of like a brunch thing or showing her around the campus or whatever. So Tina's there. They in that I would say the student lounge where it has all the famous women who went to HBCU, like Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, the list may go on. So they're in there, having a little talk. Tina kind of apologizes to Simone for how she's been treating her. And Simone thought it was a good fit. She was like, okay. They hugged it out. And then the picture was taken. But come to find out, Tina had a hidden agenda. She basically was only there because of her, to do an expose about her lawyer job, whatever the case may be. So Simone thought that as like, you kind of set me up for that. So she stormed off and, let Tina do whatever she wanted to do. Okay, back to this. JR, he heads back home. He gets home and he finds out there's a soul sign in front of his house. And he's like, okay. So he ends up going in the house and he sees his mom packing up stuff. And then his mother says hi to him and he says hi. And then the father comes in. So the mother starts talking, like, listen. The father told his mother, like, our son quit the baseball team. And the mother kind of was like, and so you telling me this because it's like she kind of had this feeling. So basically she tells the father, like, listen, JR is doing all this stuff because you pushed him to do this. That's why he did this. Like, his whole life, you've been trying to make him into something that you wanted him to be, and that's not what it is. And so they brought up a situation, I guess. I don't know. It's giving me vibes of cheating, or he had another child out of wedlock. It's giving me those type of vibes because they said it's so secretive, and JR's like, what happened? And I was like, don't even worry about it. So JR ends up going outside, packing up some of his stuff or whatever. And then the father comes out and tries to talk to him. And JR's not really like listening to what he got to say. So he's just like going in one ear and out the other. He's upset because it's like, in his eyes, since he's heard all this news, mom and dad's getting divorced. Come home. House being sold. So everything is fresh for him. But behind the scenes, the mom and dad been going through this stuff for a minute now. So it's like, you should have been upfront and told your son from the get-go, like, why you wait till he get to college to do all this stuff and whatever. It's like, months don't pass. Like, you could have been said something. But then again, I kind of see how they didn't want to tell him because it's like, it would have disrupted his studies, which kind of how it is now. Like, he's not focused. He quit the team. He might not even stay in school because he went to school on a full scholarship. So now that he quit the baseball team, it's like, what's he going to do? Is he still going to have a scholarship money or whatever? But yeah, so they have their little talk or whatever. And that's that. Damon's mom comes into town to watch him play baseball. He has his first scrimmage. Santiago takes JR's spot as a catcher. At first, Damon and Santiago, they're going like back and forth with each other. They're not seeing eye to eye. But Damon's still kind of upset of the fact that JR and Simone kept that they was looking for his birth parents behind his back a secret. So he's still on edge about that. So with doing so during practice, Coach Turner was like, listen, now y'all both two going to volunteer for the youth baseball program that they got going on. Keisha, she's still kind of like torn in between pre-med and dancing. Cam is trying to tell her, like, listen, you need to stand up for yourself. Let your dad know what's up. She also didn't get the lead dancing part for Normani's program or whatever, but she's still a backup dancer, so she still gets to go and do what she loves to do. So back to that situation. Yeah, Cam tells her, like, listen, stand up to your dad, let him know. And he also relayed a situation to him because he was like, I was both good at baseball and football, but I turned down something that was greater. So basically, he turned down baseball and he got stuck with football, and he's awesome at football. So yeah, so after that, eventually, yeah, Baby Shay's in town. Simone's watching him. Damon has a heart-to-heart with his mom. They win the scrimmage game, which was good, but they also had to run laps afterwards because they just defied Coach Turner's play at the time for the game, but they end up winning, so that was fine, but they still got to do laps. So Damon finally tells his mom that he wants to find out who his birth parents are. Keisha, she finally tells her dad, like, listen, I don't want to do this. Come to find out, the advisors told the president, because he's the president of the school. So they told him what's going on. So she confronted her dad. He's like, listen, your mom is going to be upset that you dropped pre-med, whatever. But I kind of think he's going to be the one that's upset. The mom probably doesn't, like, really care. She probably, like, just happy whatever her child chooses. And that's just what it is. So basically, he left off. Then Cam comes in. And, you know, before Cam's coming, he's in the gym working out, and Nate's there as well. So Nate confronts him, like, listen. He tells Cam, like, listen, you need to tell Keisha how you really feel and stuff like that before things got out of hand. So after that, he goes to Keisha's room, and Cam tells her, like, listen, no, I'm glad you stood up to your dad or whatever, but how do you feel? She's like, she's okay. And then he was like, I'm going to take you out at 8. So I guess he left, and, you know, she was there to collect her thoughts. What else? Simone and Damon, before he comes in, Simone, Keisha, and Nate, they're babysitting Baby Shay, and all he's doing is just crying. So basically, they're there for the whole afternoon dealing with the crying. So a few hours pass. Damon comes in to like kind of, rectify the relationship and see if he can repair what the damage that was done. So he takes Baby Shay and ends up calming him down. Simone is happy because she's probably like over it, like he's been crying this whole entire time. You come in and save the day. So Damon and Simone get back on good terms. Keisha, she stands up Cam and he's just like over it. He calls her, but she rejects his call. Amara and Tina, they kind of finally rectify their situation, and it comes to find out, like, everything that Tina was doing was out of love for Amara, so she kind of understood that. And while Simone and Damon was talking, she also understood that as well. So that was that. Simone and her mom, they put down some ground rules so that hopefully they can repair their relationship and be more involved in Baby Shay's life, because not regardless of how she may feel, Simone is Baby Shay's mother, and you still his grandmother, whether you like it or not. Regardless, he was adopted or not, you still his grandmother. So Simone really wants her mother to be more appreciative and understanding and more supportive, and just be there for her overall, because you need that love and support to help take you farther in life. So they hug it out, and she's saying hi to Baby Shay, whatever, before she decides to leave. JR comes back into town. They all meet up at Aunt Mara's house for their weekly dinners, and he pulls Damon to the side and was like, "Listen, I know, congratulations on your win." And Damon was like, "That's all you came here for?" He was like, "No, I know we haven't been on the same page and stuff like that, but I think we should do a DNA test." So I hope everything comes out in the next episode. I don't know, it's crazy. This has been a crazy episode, but it was definitely worth it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this recap. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Y'all stay tuned for next week's episode, and I will see y'all in the next one.